Good afternoon. I wanted to discuss now the eighth bracha of Shemona Esrei, the bracha of Rufa'enu. Rufa'enu on its surface would seem like it should not be that big of a deal to unravel the mystery of the bracha. It's asking Hashem to heal us from sickness, which is pashat, which is easy to understand. Everyone knows someone, unfortunately, in their life that was sick at one point, and you ask Hashem, you cry out to Hashem, please heal this person, or please heal myself, whatever it may be. But I think there's something more. There's a lot in this bracha to unpack. I'll point out a couple things, but I'm not going to answer them. I'll only answer one of the questions in the few minutes that we have. But just to think about the double lashon, Rafa'enu v'nei Rafei, Hashienu v'nei Vashea. Why double lashon in both those cases? What does saving us have to do with healing us? Those are two questions. What does a Rofei Ne'eman? Why is Hashem Ne'eman to believed to be the Rofei? What does that mean? Those questions I'm going to leave for all of you to ponder on your own or to look into. What I'm going to discuss is the chasim of the bracha of Rofei Chayei Ama Yisrael, who heals the sick people, the sick of his people of Klal Yisrael. What does healing the sick people of Yisrael mean? What does that mean? We are the topic of refuah is a universal topic. The topic of refuah is, we say, Rofei Chol Basar, Hashem heals all people, not just Jewish people. What's so special about the Jewish people that they need a refuah more than anyone else? Why are we specifically saying Yisrael here? In Re'eva Anyenu we specified Yisrael, and you can listen to my share on that bracha if you want, because Klal Yisrael and Geula are very intertwined. But with refuah, what does that have to do with anything? What is Klal Yisrael have to do with refuah? You would think that it's a more universal problem, so let's delve into this a little bit in the few minutes that we have. I'm going to put my own shot on this. It's based on something I saw from Rabbi Ezra Bick. Hopefully I'm not taking his words and twisting them too much, but I think it's something that I took from there, and it speaks to me, and hopefully you'll gain something from this as well. So we have to know, first of all, where does this come from? The fact that healing is a sign of a relationship between the Rabbanei Shalom and the Jewish people. And again, Shemona Esrei, as we've seen if you've been listening to the series, is all about creating a relationship with the Rabbanei Shalom and becoming close to the Rabbanei Shalom. That's really what Shemona Esrei is. That has been the theme so far that we've seen. And healing also has this great relationship, and this is said in the Torah. Health was chosen as a witness and a sign to the bris between Hashem and Bnei Yisrael. After crossing the Yam Suf and saying Shira, Hashem says to Bnei Yisrael, Im Shemaya L'Kol Hashem L'Kecha, and if you listen to the voice of Hashem and you'll do what's right and you listen to everything He said, then Kol HaMachla Asher Samti Mitzrayim Lo Yasim Alecha. Any disease that they had in Mitzrayim, I'm not going to put on you, Ki Ani Hashem Rofecha, because I am Hashem, your healer. So right before the Jewish people had just miraculously crossed the Yam Suf, were they sick? They weren't sick. So what's going on? In fact, it's just the opposite. The pasuk is not talking about healing. It's talking about promising that they won't get sick to begin with. Not that they'll be healed, just that they're not going to get sick. So, or sick like in the manner that the Mitzrayim got sick. But in light of this, the Medrash asks a question, which is a very good question. It says, any disease that I put on Mitzrayim, I'm not going to put on you. So why Ani Hashem Rofecha? Why are you saying I am Hashem, your healer? There's nothing to heal. He's not going to give the sickness in the first place. So the Medrash says, Ela Amar Makom LiYisrael, Hashem said to Klal Yisrael, Divrei Torah shenasati lachem chayim ein lachem. Refuahi lachem. The words of the Torah that I gave you, they are life themselves. They are the refuah for you. Shenamar ki chaim hem l'moitzaim l'chol b'sari merape. These are life to those who find them and healing for all of his flesh. That's what it means. The Medrash explains that the healing here doesn't refer to treating illness. It's a bestowal of life itself and the perpetuation of life. If you're bound up in the Torah, if you live by the Torah, that's the source of life for you. And therefore you will not veer, you won't get sick, quote unquote. It's not talking about treating specific illness. It's not that Hashem is the doctor treating an illness. That's not what it means. It's not a path of treatment for the defective. It's a path of health and of life itself. A person who cleaves to the Torah of life cannot become sick in that regard. Again, it doesn't mean physical sickness. Why is that? Not because there's some hidden thing in the Torah, secret formula for health, but it's because Ani Hashem Rofecha, the connection to the Torah, in the words of the Medrash, or the connection to the Rabbi Shalom himself, that's life. That is your life. That's the message of the pasuk when we say Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim Bai. It's a tree of life. True health comes from the spiritual power of the Torah and the presence of the Ribbono Shel Olam. Within the context of Parshas B'Shalach, we can understand Klal Yisrael, now they were coming out of Mitzrayim, all the Tumah that was there. They have death surrounding them all over the place. The world that we live in can be a sick place. It could be a sick world. We need the Torah to keep us healthy from the sickness of the world that could surround us. So Hashem says, if you keep my Torah, then I'll show you how to pass through this world with death and tumah and sickness all over the place, but you keep to the Torah. You follow the Torah. Life here, it means a lifestyle, a way of living. That's what it is. Hashem, keep the Torah. That's how He is the healer from everything that surrounds us. It's in this sense that Hashem, who is the Rofé, who heals the sick of Rofé Chole Ama Yisrael, because Klal Yisrael is unique, because this attribute doesn't exist for someone who's not connected to the Torah and the mitzvahs.